This is one of my favorite topics, the power to pivot. You see, life isn't mastered by clinging, it's mastered by moving. Our ability to pivot without attachment is one of the highest forms of freedom. When we can adjust our direction without drama, release what no longer fits without resentment, and respond instead of reacting, man, life stops feeling like a struggle and starts feeling more like a dance. Fulfillment doesn't come from forcing outcomes. Fulfillment comes from staying fluid, present, and willing to meet each moment as it is. You see, the moment we loosen our grip, we gain our balance, and suddenly life moves with us instead of against us. And this is a real powerful thing to understand, to go with the flow. You see, attachment is the hidden source of struggle. Most suffering doesn't come from change. It comes from resisting it. We cling to our identities, our plans, our outcomes, because they once felt safe. But attachment turned yesterday's truth into today's limitation. Mastery begins the most when we loosen our grip and we allow life to move. You see, pivoting is a sign of strength. It's not a sign of failure. Pivoting isn't quitting. It's intelligence in motion, because it takes awareness, courage, and self-trust to change direction without drama. The most fulfilled people that I have found aren't the most stubborn. They tend to be the most responsive. They know when to stay and they know when to turn. You see, fulfillment lives in fluidity, not control. Life, it doesn't reward rigidity. It responds to presence. When we stop trying to force outcomes and start moving with what's real, clarity replaces anxiety and momentum replaces effort. The ability to pivot without attachment is what turns survival into freedom and living into an art. And isn't that what your life is? It's a canvas, and you're getting to paint on it. But if you're fluid, it's got to be a specific way. What if you figure out, I ran out of this color? Oh my God. You pivot. Relationships, everything changes so quickly. Just this morning, I was talking to my wife. Today we're celebrating 53rd wedding anniversary. And we were going to make reservations. Asked her where she wanted to go, gave her the choices. And Andiamo's, which is our favorite Italian restaurant here in Dallas, Fort Worth, it was booked. Really wanted to go there, it was booked. And then I remember there's one we hadn't tried, Kenny's. And Kenny's is rated just as high as Andiamo's. So I booked it. Went up to my wife, said, hey, had to pivot, which is great. Something new. Didn't hold on that it had to be a certain way. You know, a lot of times, like an anniversary, it's got to be just so. It's got to be just so. Do you know what's important about celebrating an anniversary? I'll tell you, being fully present with your partner. It's not about gifts. It's not about where you go, who you're with. It's about, are you fully present with your partner? Let's make that even different. Let's expand that. Why not pivot? Why not really pivot and decide to be fully present with everyone and anything you're doing today? Oh my gosh, you're now an enlightened master. Think about that. If you're fully present, there's nothing more you can do. And if you're fully present, you know you're divinely guided in that moment because you're present in it. And you know what feels loving and what doesn't feel loving. And you always pivot toward love. You see, we've learned to pivot because we judge. Well, Andiamo's would have been better than Kenny's. Judgment. No. Except restaurant was full. Universe said, let's try something new. Both parties agreed. We've got collaboration. No one loses. We all win. It's a great day. And see, that's true about everything in life. Are you willing to pivot? If not, you're going to struggle. And with struggle comes suffering. And I don't think that's really what you want. So let go of those expectations and be free on your feet to do the dance that's only yours. Pivot. With that, much love, and make it a great day.